नमस्सर्वेभ्यः लघुसिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः अस्मिन् प्रश्नोत्तरीवर्गे सर्वेषां स्वागतम्। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयं नत्वा सरस्वतीं देवीं शुद्धां गुण्यां करोम्यहं पाणिनीयप्रवेशाय लघुसिद्धान्तकौमुदीम्। सर्वेभ्यः नमस्काराः। अद्य परीक्षायाः पूर्वम् अन्तिमः वर्गः। यत्र कुत्रापि सन्देहः अस्ति चेत् प्रष्टुम् अर्हन्ति। ततः पूर्वं किञ्चिदिव the usual announcement, because we are still new within the system. So for those who were not in the last session, to access the exam Parikshartham, you will have to log in to your account in the new system. So this is the account page. So if you see normally, that is, if you go to sanskritfromhome.org, so this is how you will see. So if this icon is there, it means that you are already logged in. If you are not logged in, you just have to log in using your email and password. If you have problems in logging in, if it is your first time and if you have any issues at any time, please either call this number, that is probably the most effective, or write to us an email at this ID. There is also help videos here which you can find. If you are logged in, you just have to click here to go to my account. So in my account, under exams, you will see the exam. So this is the scheduled final exam. Request all of you to please check if you are able to see this exam in your account page. So you will not be able to attempt. If you click on attempt, it will say it is not available, but you should be able to see the exam. If you are not able to see the exam, please reach out to us so that we can see what is the problem. There are also preparatories, 2 preparatories which are given, the first preparatory and the second one. I very strongly recommend all of you to attempt both preparatories. One is of course the subject, but more than that, you will be familiar with the exam interface, how exactly to take the exam, how to answer, how to submit, etc. Right? So to review your exam, so there were some queries on how to go back and check your answers whether they were correct or not. So if you go to these past attempts, if you have already submitted, taken the test once, so if you go to past attempts, it will show you how many attempts you have done. Okay, so there may be multiple ones, so you just click on whichever you want to see. So you will see the summary, and then if you go to review questions, it will show each question, right? So it will show the answer marked in green, and if your answer is incorrect, it would be marked with a kind of brown color. So that's all I want to say. I think it was a very detailed demonstration last week. So if you have any questions, please go through the video recording of the last class. Okay. So very quickly, in just 2 minutes, if there are any questions about the taking the exam itself, okay, you can ask. So after that, we will go into the subject very soon. So questions marked for review but later saved remain purple in color is a question which is correct. That is expected. what it means is, so when you are trying to answer any question, so if you are not sure of your answer, or if you want to come back to this, you can mark for review. Okay, so as you can see, it remains purple. It will remain purple to the end. Like if you can go back, and if you are sure of your answer, you can save and just go to next. You don't have to worry about that color. That color need not change. It will not change. It just shows you that you had some doubt. If you are confident, you can go ahead and submit the quiz. Okay. So again, there is a question how to review answers before submitting. So when you say submit quiz, so it will ask you, are you sure you want to submit or go back? You can say go back. You can click on any question number to go to that question. You can click on a part and then click on a question and then check before you submit. Okay. Huh. So there are some questions about the exam itself. I will take those questions, but before that, I would like to share two resources which have been prepared by students of the course. So one of them is an Excel sheet. I hope you can all see the sheet on the screen. So this is actually a collection of all the exercises that we have had in the course. Okay, so Rama Bhagini has collected all the exercises, and I'm sorry, just a moment. Let me. So all the words which are there, and she has randomized it for practice. So they won't be in the same order. So you can quickly go through these questions and see if you can get them. And the most important thing is, I mean, you can type your answer here, whatever you think is correct. So whether you want to do it in English, say punar hasati, so you can maybe try punaha plus hasati, whatever. You can either do it orally or this. Here in this column F, if you just type show, it will show the answer, what is the vicheda and the prakriya, right? So say for example, here if I say show, so you can see here it says balau plus iha, and it also gives the sutra along with the prakriya. Okay, so you can I think this is very useful for you to quickly practice the various sandhis. Okay, so whichever this type your answer is optional, Sanskrit or English, it is your choice. I mean, this is for your reference, what you think is the answer. Then you just say show here and it will bring out the correct answer. So this one I will share in the course materials itself. So already in the course page in the materials, we have a material contributed by students. So I will share this Excel sheet. You can download and you can use it for practice. Another resource is some flashcards which are created by Vamshi Sudha Bhagini. So it's a set on Quizlet. It's a set of flashcards. So you can see there are questions and you can answer it, or you can click it to see the answer if you are not comfortable. Okay. So this link also I will share with you in the same place. Okay. So you can use these. So thanks Bhaginya for sharing valuable material for preparation. Now let's go to the actual questions or doubts. Okay, I will take them one by one. Sasajushoruhu iti padanta sakarasya jhalah vihitam rutvam kasya badhakam bhavati. So this was a question in the preparatory. It basically asks sasajushoruhu is an exception to what? That is the meaning. So sasajushoruhu ityanena padantasya sakarasya sthane rutvam vidhiyate. Sakaraha jhalvarnaha tasya rutvam vidhiyate. Kasya badhakam. Badhakam is overruling or apavada. To what is sasajushoruhu an exception is the question. Answer is jhalam jashonte. So jhalam jashonte ityanena jashtve prapte sasajushoruhu ityanena rutvam vidhiyate. Antadivacha applies to all ekadesha sandhis. Is it true? Yes. Anywhere you have ekah purva parayoho, yoyam ekadeshaha saha purvasya adivat parasya antavad bhavati iti bhavati. Tasya apekshya kutra bhavati iti drashtavyam. It is applicable, but we need antadivacha only when we are trying to do some other karya after that. So we will have to see where it appears. Then I could not locate the jashtvam is a question. I suppose this is with yontah pravishya. So anyamscha hastacharana shravana tvagadin. Tvak आदीन त्वगादीन इत्यत्र जष्ट्वमस्ति. Question number 21. This is 21. So that's what it was. Yes, a bit tough, but it's like you have to check. If you see atoror aplutad aplute, you just have to see if you can find it. The question asks kasya sutrasya pravrittihi na drishyate. So atoror aplutad aplute, it is directly there. Yontaha. Yas plus antaha yontaha, it's already there. Iko enasi sanjeevayatyakila. Sanjeevayati akhila. Naschavya prashan is there in anyamshcha. Anyan plus cha anyamshcha. So whatever remains has to be the answer. So there is no anunasika sandhi here. Pranan namo. I know that was this one. Pranan namo is not a pranat namo. That is why, see, there are two things. One is we have to understand. Okay, the shloka. This is a popular shloka. Hasta charana shravana tvagadin pranan sanjeevayati. So there is a dvitiya vibhakti. So this pranan is also dvitiya nibhakti. It is not pranat namaha. Yaha pranan sanjeevayati. So that was actually the reason. It was a slightly a trick question. We have to understand sandhi vichedana velayam. You cannot look at just two words. Always there are possibilities of multiple vichedas. So tatra yada kutrachit shloke kavye va prayujyate tatra ka vivaksha kaha sandhihi iti asmabhihi jnatavyam bhavati. Sorry, there are. How long is the preparatory exam? There is no time limit for the preparatory. It has both preparatories have 25 questions. You can, there is no limit on that. If our answers are wrong, we can only see which is wrong, but not able to see the right answers. You can see the right answers also, very definitely. So, say for example, there is one question which was wrong here. So if you go to review, the first question was wrong. So if you go to review questions, it shows clearly what is red is wrong. What is there in this green color, the halantyam, that is the correct answer. So it shows both the wrong answer and the correct answer. Shruti atra इत्यत्र कश्चित् प्रश्नः. So Shruti atra iti yadi asti. So if we have Shrutihi, Shruti, Shrutayah iti द्विवचनम् ईकारान्तं द्विवचनम् अत्र किं भवति इति प्रश्नः. तत्र इदुदेद् द्विवचनं प्रगृह्यम् इति भवति वा? इकोसवर्णे शाकल्यस्य ह्रस्वश्च इत्यनेन ह्रस्वसमुच्चितः प्रकृतिभावः इको एणचि इत्यनेन यणादेशः. तत्र पूर्वमपि उक्तं प्लुतप्रगृह्य अचि नित्यम् इति सूत्रे नित्यग्रहणम् अस्ति. सो यदि प्रगृह्य संज्ञा अस्ति तर्हि तत्र ईडूदे द्विवचनं प्रगृह्यम् इत्यनेन नित्यः प्रकृतिभावः एव भवति. सो इको सवर्णे शाकल्यस्य ह्रस्वश्च इति तु यत्र प्रगृह्य संज्ञा नास्ति प्लुतसंज्ञा नास्ति ईदोदेद् प्लुतप्रगृह्य अचिनित्यम् इत्यस्य प्रसक्तिः नास्ति तत्रैव इको सवर्णे शाकल्यस्य ह्रस्वश्च इत्यनेन ह्रस्वसमुच्चितः प्रकृतिभावः भवति. So प्लुतप्रगृह्य अचिनित्यम् is the strongest. It will prevent any sandhi. श्रुत्यत्र इति अणादेशः अपि न भवति. पाक्षिकः प्रकृतिभावः अपि न भवति. So if there is a pragrihya samnya, if there is pluta, then it is compulsory prakriti bhava. Anekal adesha replaces the last letter of sthani. Satyam uta mithya. Mithya. Anekal shit sarvasya. Ityanena anekal adeshah sarvadeshah bhavati. Okay. There is another question again. I am not able to see the correct answers. As I said, please call our technical team if you have questions. I just showed you both the correct answer and the wrong answer are visible. So as you can see here, halantyam is correct and my answer, which is adirantena saheta, is wrong. So you should be able to see both the correct and wrong answers. If you have a problem, please call our customer seva team. They will help you. Will we be able to download the preparatory exam answers for future reference? Even for the future, this one will always be available. That is, even if the exam itself you cannot attempt it, the whatever you attempted, you will always be able to go back and review. As of now, I don't think there is a downloadable option. I will see what can be done. So excuse me for just one moment, please. I'll be back. Tasmai uvacha. Question number, if you can tell me, it's easier because I don't remember what is the question number. So tasmai uvacha. Kim bhavati sandhihi? एचोयवायावः ऐकारस्य आयादेशः भवति तस्माय उवाच लोपशाकल्यस्य इत्यनेन लोपे कृते तस्मा उवाच इति शुद्धम्. So tasma uvacha is a correct answer. There is another form which is tasma yuvacha. यकारः भवति, यकारस्य लोपः न भवति चेत् तस्मा युवाच इत्यपि अपरं रूपं भवति. So the other correct form would be tasma yuvacha, but that is not given in the options. Right? So atra datteshu vikalpeshu tasma uvacha ityeva shuddham. Tasma uvacha iti na bhavati. तस्मयुवाच अयादेशः एकारस्य भवति न तु ऐकारस्य. अतः तस्मयुवाच इत्यपि न शुद्धम्. तस्मयुवाच इति तु न भवति. अतः अत्र दत्तेषु विकल्पेषु एतदेकमेव रूपं शुद्धम्. Question number 23. कस्य सन्धेः उदाहरणम् अस्मिन् श्लोके दृश्यते? So which of these sandhis is seen? As I said, Jashtva sandhihi tvagadin, tvak adin, tvagadin iti asti. अन्ये सन्धयः न सन्ति. ष्टुत्वं नास्ति. पूर्वसवर्णः उदस्थस्तम्भोः पूर्वस्य और झयोः होन्यतरस्यां तदपि नास्ति. छत्वसन्धिः अपि नास्ति. पूर्वसवर्ण परसवर्ण संधि विधायकं सूत्रम्. परसवर्ण संधि विधायकानि त्रीणि सूत्राणि सन्ति. अनुस्वारस्य ययि परसवर्णः, वा पदान्तस्य तोर्लि. तवर्गस्य लकारे परे नित्यं परसवर्णः लकारः भवति तोर्लि इति सूत्रेण. अनुस्वारस्य अपदान्तस्य अनुस्वारस्य ययि परसवर्णः इत्यनेन परसवर्णः भवति. पदान्तस्य तु वापदान्तस्य इत्यनेन परसवर्णसन्धिः भवति. पूर्वसवर्णसन्धेः तु झयोहोन्यतरस्याम् उदस्थास्तम्भोः पूर्वस्य इति सूत्रद्वयम् अस्ति। हकारस्य पूर्वसवर्णः झयोहोन्यतरस्याम् इत्यनेन भवति। स्था स्तम्भ इत्यत्र तु उदस्थास्तम्भोः पूर्वस्य इत्यनेन भवति। अत्र प्रायः अन्येपि बहवः पृष्टवन्तः। अयं मया ते अद्य। अत्र अयं मया इत्यत्र मोनुस्वारः इत्यनेन अनुस्वारसन्धिः भवति। ततः अनुस्वारस्य परसवर्णः वा पदान्तस्य इति सूत्रेण भवति. So if it is padanta anuswara, the parasavarna will be by va padantasya. Tatra kimartham sandehaha bahunam iti maya na avagatam. Kintu yadi anuswaraha eva bhavati. There are both forms are correct. So atra vastutaha idamapi shuddham rupameva, idamapi shuddham rupameva. वा पदान्तस्य इत्यनेन परसवर्णः क्रियते चेत् अत्र मकारः भवति. परसवर्णः न क्रियते चेत् you can stop here and you say that this is also the correct form. किन्तु अत्र प्रक्रियायां तु परसवर्णः कृतः अस्ति. अतः तत्र वा पदान्तस्य इति सूत्रम् उल्लेखनीयं भवति. यदि भवद्भिः सन्धिः क्रियते तत्र विवक्षाधीनम्. इच्छन्ति चेत् कर्तुमर्हन्ति, नो चेत् न. किन्तु परीक्षायां मया यत् पृष्टमस्ति तदनुगुणं भवद्भिः सूत्राणि वक्तव्यानि भवन्ति. Will the final be similar to preparatory? Similar इत्यनेन किं विवक्षितम् इति एते एव प्रश्नाः तु न भवन्ति. तत्तु निश्चयेन. सदृशाः अस्माभिः एतावता प्रायः 6 परीक्षाः लिखिताः सन्ति. अतः मया कीदृशाः प्रश्नाः दीयन्ते इत्यपि ज्ञायते. Technically the portal and the kind of navigation will all be exactly the same. Is sampunkanam so vaktavyah an apavada to visarjaniyasya saha iti prashnah. Visarjaniyasya saha ityasya apavadah na. विसर्जनीयस्य सह इत्यस्य अपवादत्वेन अन्यानि सूत्राणि सन्ति. यथा संस्कर्ता इत्यत्र सकारः परतः अस्ति चेत् वाशरी इत्यनेन विकल्पेन विसर्गस्य विसर्गः भवति. अथवा कान् कान् पुं कोकिलः इत्यादिषु ककारः अस्ति चेत् तत्र कुप्वोः कः पौच इत्यनेन जिह्वामूलीय उपध्मानीयौ भवतः. एतयोः अपवादत्वेन सम्पुङ्कानां सो वक्तव्यः इति वार्तिकेन सकारः दीयते. It is not an exception to visarjaniyasya saha. It is an exception to the exceptions of visarjaniyasya saha. अन्तर्राष्ट्रियम् इत्यत्र प्रश्नः. तत्र अन्ताराष्ट्रियम् इत्येव शुद्धम्. यद्यपि प्रादेशिकभाषासु अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय इति रेफद्वयं श्रूयते, अत्र तु अन्ताराष्ट्रिय इत्येव शुद्धम्. अन्तर् प्लस् राष्ट्रिय. रोरि इत्यनेन रेफस्य रेफे परे लोपः भवति. अन्तराष्ट्रिय. ढ्रलोपे पूर्वस्य दीर्घोणः इत्यनेन दीर्घे अन्ताराष्ट्रिय इति रूपं भवति. During the final exam, if the duration is over, will automatically submission take place? No, I don't think so. You will not be able to submit probably, but don't worry. If needed, I will extend the duration by another hour. Okay, so there have been requests, mainly maybe tension. Don't worry about the duration itself. I don't think it will take like more than 3 hours, unless you are actually, you're trying to refer to the answers. So it should not take more than 3 hours, but I will request our team to see if they can allow submissions till 10 p.m. Okay. 24th shloka, 24th question. त्वगादीन् प्राणान् कः सन्धिः भवितुम् अर्हति? You just have to know what are the conditions for each of these, right? So नश्चापदान्तस्य झलि requires an आपादान्त नकार. So त्वगादीन् इत्यत्र पदान्ते नकारः अस्ति, अतः नश्चापदान्तस्य झलि इति न भवति. नश्चव्यप्रशान् इत्यत्र छव् छ ठ थ च ट त एते वर्णाः अपेक्ष्यन्ते, अतः नश्चव्यप्रशान् इत्यपि न भवति. नश्च इत्यत्र तु सकारः डः सी धुट् नश्च, सो सकारः अपेक्ष्यते, अत्र सकारः नास्ति, अतः अत्र कोऽपि सन्धिः न भवति इति एव उत्तरम्. Are there explanations for the answers in the practice tests? No, I did not have time to include the explanations, but for the final exam, there will be explanations for the answers also. So when you are reviewing the questions, so you will be able to see here this thing which says show explanation. So using that, you will be able to see the explanation for the final. For the preparatories, I have not put the explanations. Choose all possible correct options. A few had only one correct answer. Absolutely. Please don't think that the moment there is a checkbox, there have to be multiple answers. Okay, so it is possible that even if there is the question says choose all possible answers, it could be one, it could be all four, it could be two, it could be three. Okay, so when it says all possible answers, it does not mean that there has to be more than one. So if there is a power cut, net will get disconnected. As I said, even if your net gets disconnected, if you do not close the browser. So I will repeat, please do not press the back button or close the window. Then you will not be able to resume. But just in case your internet connection goes off, just stay till you get back the internet connection, and then you will still be able to answer because the questions would have loaded. You will be able to answer. For submission, you will need the internet connection. So you can just wait and then submit when you get the internet. do not close the window. So if you close this deliberately, then you cannot retrieve the answers. Huh. Question 22. Okay. Shaktidhara swadhamna. Why is it not Vashari iti prashnaha? Vashari iti sutrasya kaha arthaha? Visargasya visargaha vikalpena bhavati. So visarjaniyasya saha sharpare visarjaniyaha Vashari iti sutrakramaha. Vashari iti sutrena sakaraha na vidhiyate. Kim vidhiyate? विसर्जनीयस्य विसर्जनीयः विसर्गस्य विकल्पेन विसर्गादेशः वाशरी इत्यनेन भवति यदा तु विसर्गः न भवति तदा विसर्जनीयस्य सः इत्यनेन सकारादेशः भवति. So the sakara is by visarjaniyasya saha. Vashari simply says visarga can be optionally replaced by visarga. In dhodhe lopaha. Paranimitta says dhe, which is the saptami of dha, whereas in rori it says ri, which is the saptami of r. So does that mean dhakara plus akara is the paranimitta in dhodhe lopaha? No, it does not. Paninihi varna nirdesham ubhayatha karoti. So I hope you would have noticed we have seen multiple sutras. So to say shakara, he can either say she or he can say she. Okay, it does not make any difference. Yadi she iti uchyate tarhi tatra akaraha uchcharanarthaha iti jnayate. So vyakhyanat vishesha pratipattihi. So in general, there is no difference. He uses both. केवलं हलः तत्र विभक्तिः अपि क्रियते. उच्चारणार्थम् अकारस्य योजनेन अपि निर्देशः क्रियते. तत्र शकारः एव विवक्षितः न तु आकारः. एवमेव ढोढे लोपः इत्यत्र ढकारः एव विवक्षितः, तदुत्तरम् अकारः न विवक्षितः. Part C, question 20. I think I explained this, right? So 7, the last step. The last step, what is happening? See, for all these questions, this is a definite question in the exam. Please understand this kind. It is not the same question, but this kind of a question where there is a prakriya given and you have to fill the blanks. It is a certain question in the exam. So how do you go about it? How do you answer it correctly? What I suggest is have a pen and paper, write down the prakriya and the sutras fully. How do you know? You have to check what is being changed in each step. Kutra varna vikaraha asti. What is the step being applied? Say you have the question here. Sas eva ayam maya te adya. Prathama sopane kim asti? Sas eva ayam maya te adya. Kutra bhedaha. So that is the first thing you have to see. Varna vyatyayah kutra asti? Atra te adya ityasti. Atra te adya. Tarhi ayameva sandhihi. There will not be multiple sandhis in one step. right? So if the same karya is happening at two places, it may be done, but otherwise it is one karya. So what are you seeing here? You have te plus adya, which is tedya. Tavadeva chinta. Te plus adya becoming tedya. Tattu enga padantadati ityanena purva roopam. So you can just in your paper, you can, right? So first side, okay. So then what is happening? You have to next see from this step to this, where is the change? Sas eva ayam maya tedya. Sas evayam maya tedya. If you just read it out aloud, you will see. So eva ayam iti asit, atra evayam ityasti. Eva plus ayam evayam. Kaha sandhihi? Savarna dirgha sandhihi. Akas savarne dirgha. Next step. Sas evayam maya tedya. Sar evayam maya tedya. So sas sar kim jatam? Shoruhu ityanena rutvam kritamasti. Tataha sar evayam maya tedya. Say evayam maya tedya. Kimasti atra? रेफस्य स्थाने यकारः केन सूत्रेण भवति? सर एव becoming say is bho bhago agho apurvasya yoshi. All of you know the individual sandhis. Don't get freaked out by just seeing the long one. It is step by step. If you take it one step at a time, you will most certainly be able to do it. Right? So say evayam. So next what you have? Say evayam becomes sa evayam. Kim kritamasti? Yakarasya lopaha. Kena sutrena bhavati? Lopashakalyasya ityanena sutrena bhavati. Sorry, if I move this, it will change. So then evayam maya tedya. These because if I scroll, the pencils will change. Don't get confused. So we were here. So 5 is lopashakalyasya. Agrima sopane kim kritamasti? Evayam makaraha atra anuswaraha asti. So makarasya anuswaraha kena sutrena bhavati? Monuswaraha iti sutrena bhavati. Antime kim kritam? अस्य अनुस्वारस्य स्थाने परसवर्णः कृतः. पदान्तस्य अनुस्वारस्य परसवर्णः केन सूत्रेण भवति? वा पदान्तस्य इति सूत्रेण भवति. So the first thing you have to do is write these down in a paper and then fill these. एवं लिख्यते चेत् अनन्तरं किमस्ति अत्र किं पृच्छ्यते? Every time it just asks what is 5. You just look at 5. 5 is lopashakalyasya. Purvam kimasti? 4 kimasti? 4 is bho bhago agho apurvasya yoshi. So don't look at the questions. First just fill the blanks in the prakriya. Then automatically just looking at that you can answer. Okay. Okay, now there is a question about the order. Say yenga padantadati and akasavarne dirghaha. Can I do this first and after that? If you are doing between those two, maybe you can do. But here you have to see what I have, not what you would do. You just have to see what has already been done in that particular step. Okay, so that is what you have to see. Tatra kaha kramaha bhavet iti bhinnam. Atra ye purvarupam kriyate va, savarna dirgha kriyate va. It is correct. I mean, it doesn't matter. But what have I done here? I have not done Savarna Dirgha here. So first te plus adya has been joined to form tedya. Then I have done Savarna Dirgha. So what is done there is what you have to answer. It is the first thing, and there will not be multiple steps in multiple sandhis in a single step. So even if they are happening at different places, so Savarna Dirgha and Purva Rupa will not be done in one step. One step is one sutra and one karya. So there will not be multiple things. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. So please practice these things. Again, it can also be the reverse. For example, I can give the sutra here and then ask what is the form. I'll show you a very quick, because it's a very important question, and I know that there are such questions already which I have set. Say for example, let me say a very common one. Say Sat plus Chit. So it can be like this. So where it says Jhalam Jashonte, then Stosh Junashchuhu, then Kharicha. So evamapi prashnaha bhavitum arhati. Atra prathamam kim. What is one here? So what should you see? You should see the sutra. Jhalam jashonte ityanena sutrena kim kriyate? Jashtvam kriyate. Kasya sat ityatra takarasya dakaraha. So again etad vilikya prayatnam kurvantu. So prathamam kim bhavati? Sad chit. अनन्तरं स्तोश्चुनाश्चुः इत्यनेन किं क्रियते? श्चुत्वं. कस्य भवति? दकारस्य श्चुत्वम् इत्युक्ते किं भवति? सज् चित्. अनन्तरं किं क्रियते? खरिच इत्यनेन चर्त्वं क्रियते. कस्य? जकारस्य सच् चित्. एवमपि प्रश्नः भवितुमर्हति. तत्र सूत्रं दृष्ट्वा तेन सूत्रेण किं कार्यं भवति इति लेखनीयम्. Okay. Aho anarthaha is also nitya prakriti bhavaha, correct? Yes. Aho ityatra odantasya nipatasya pragrihya samya bhavati. Achipare tasya nityam prakriti bhavaha bhavati. Achipare eva prakriti bhavaha. It is by pluta pragrihya achinityam. Prakriti bhavaha pluta pragrihya achinityam ityanena. His last session video uploaded. Yes, it has already been uploaded in YouTube, and I had also sent the link. Okay. Is it possible to see our marks online while we are giving the exam? No, of course not. You can see the marks only after you submit, both the marks and the correct answers. Explain vidhu plus chaya. Checha ityanena tugagamah bhavati. Right? So vidhu plus chaya. Tatra hrasvasya chakare pare nityam tugagamah bhavati. So you get vidhut and chaya. Tatra chakarah asti ityatah atra jashtvam bhavati, shchutvam bhavati, chartvam bhavati. Ante tu vidhuchchaya iti bhavati. Yatra yatra chakare pare tugagama bhavati, tatra sarvatrapi shchutvam, jashtvam, chartvam bhavati. So it always appears as the cha cha. Vidhuchchaya iti bhavati. Does nrun pay work if nrun is a samasa? No, if nrun is a samasa, you will not hear it as nrun. तत्र समासे विभक्ति प्रत्ययस्य लोपः भवति, अतः समासे नृन् इत्यस्य संभवः एव नास्ति. Okay, so I can see that a lot of people are worried about technical problems and all. If you have any problems, I hope you don't, but if you have any problems, please reach out to me. We will see what can be done. Don't worry, and most of all, don't get tensed or uh, worried, anxious. Just reach out to me. You have my phone number. You can either call or message. I will respond, and personally, I will try my best to make sure that technical difficulties will not cause you to lose out on this exam. Right? So whatever the way, we will try to make sure there is something which can be done. Are the practice tests available for the supplementary slot? Yes, I will make it available. Will this be available in YouTube? Today's lecture? Yes. We will upload today's recording also. Evayam maya ityatra yaronunasike will work first. How is it vapadantasya? Yaronunasike, you need a yar varna. Evayam maya ityatra anuswaraha asti. Yar varnaha nasti. Ataha anunasikaha na bhavati. For yaronunasike anunasiko va, you need a yar. That is a vargiya vyanjana. Yaronunasike anunasiko va iti vargiya vyanjananam vishaye eva bhavati. Anuswarasya parasavarnaha, either by anuswarasya yayi parasavarnaha or vapadantasya. Okay. There are a few more questions. Since it is the last session, I will take as many questions as possible. If it is delayed for you, you can always leave the session and catch up with the recording. Taparastatkalasya iti samya sutram va paribhasha va. See, with anudit savarnasya cha pratyayaha and taparastatkalasya, there are a lot of shastra vicharas. Okay, so especially taparastatkalasya, is it vidhi, is it niyama, is it there are a lot of such things, so it cannot be easily classified as either. Okay, so for anudit savarnasya cha pratyayaha and taparastatkalasya, we commonly treat it as grahaka sutram, savarna grahaka sutram. Okay. So I will not ask if it is samya or paribhasha, because they are special sutras. There are questions to explain anam in apadanta toranam. I think all these should be explained in the main session itself. Na padanta tohu, padante tavargaha asti chet agre vidyamanasya nakarasya athava tavargasya shtutvam na bhavati. So it says except for nam, shtutva is prevented, which means for nam, shtutva will happen. Vartikakara adds nam navati nagari. So for these three cases, shtutva nishedha does not happen. So there is a double negation, na and anam. So shtutvam bhavati ityartha. Anudit cha pratyayasya, apratyayasya in anudit cha pratyayasya means avidhiya manasya, when it is not vidhiya mana. So vidhiyamana is that which is the karya, adesha, agama, etc. in a particular sutra. Not vidhiyamana is avidhiyamana. Eshakas and rudraha. So sasajusho ruhu ityanena rutvam bhavati. Atra rori iti lopah karaniyah va. Hashicha iti utvam karaniyam va. This is the same thing as what we saw in manoratha. Manas ratha becomes manar ratha. So rori ityasya asiddhatvat hashicha ityanena utvam bhavati. Eshaka u rudraha and then gunaha eshako rudraha. Adyantau takitau iti kidrisham sutram. Adyantau takitau iti paribhasha sutram. Adyantau takitau midachontiyat paraha. Shashthi sthane yoga tasmin iti nirdishte purvasya tasmadityuttarasya. Alontyasya ngiccha adeh parasya anekalshit sarvasya. Sthanentratamaha. Yatha sankhya manadesha samanam. All these are paribhasha sutras. Veena Bhagini, Prashna asti va? You have to unmute yourself. Ma Chidarpita.
Hari Om.
Namaste. You have a question?
Yes, I joined the class the first time today, and I'm very new to Sanskrit. I chant the Gita and everything, but I'm trying to learn Sanskrit. So it looks like the class right now is towards the end because you were talking about the examinations. I just wanted to
Correct.
know when the next session would start. I'm a sannyasini of the Dashnami Sannyas Parampara.
Okay. Yeah, this is a course we are just ending, so we have the final exam on Saturday. But there are other courses which are available for beginners. If you can just drop me an email, or even this number, right? So you have this email, so we will guide you. Okay, sanskritfromhome@vyomalabs.in. So you can just drop an email. This particular session we will not have, like, we are going to do the second part of Laghu Kaumudi. Recordings of the first part will be available. There are other courses which are there. So based on your requirement, we can suggest.
Yeah, I'm registered with the Sanskrit from Home. That's how I joined this session also.
Correct. Yeah.
But I'm unable to understand how it works. I don't know.
Exactly. So you can even call, actually, that may be easier. So you can just look at this number. You can see my screen, right? So if you call, they will guide you in detail. Like, there are many courses and there are also learning paths for different objectives. So you can give a call to that number.
Okay. Thank you so much. May I know your name, please?
My name is Sowmya.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sowmya ji.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So I think that's it. I don't see any other questions as such. So Sarvebhyaha Shubhasham Sanani. All the very best for the exam. Do well and don't worry, as in, don't get too much tensed about the exam itself. It is just a formality. So we have learned lots in the last 1 year, and I'm sure we'll all continue this journey. So enjoy what you are studying, and I'm sure you will all do very well in the exam. So for any problems, any issues, please feel free to reach out to me. So the exam will open on 6 p.m. on Saturday. येनाक्षरसमाम्नाय अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। नत्वा सरस्वतीं देवीं शुद्धां गुण्यां करोम्यहं पाणिनीयप्रवेशाय लघुसिद्धान्तकौमुदीम्।